New reporting tonight in the Washington Post on President Trump's phone call today with Vladimir Putin in the wake of his re-election as Russia's president in a vote that's widely believed to have been something of a sham. The same Vladimir Putin who interfered in our election, as it is before all important phone calls, especially with the leader of another nuclear superpower. The president is carefully briefed. This time, according to the Washington Post, the president's briefing material contained a three-word warning on the election. The words, all in capital letters, "Do not congratulate," meaning do not congratulate Vladimir Putin on winning the election. And then the president went ahead and did just that. Joining us now by phone, one of three Post reporters who got the scoop, Josh Dawsey. So Josh, tell us more about the briefing materials, what was on them, and what the president ignored.
Thanks for having me, Anderson. So before a call with any foreign leader, the president is extensively briefed both by his national security team in person and in written papers that are given to the president. What we reported tonight was that there were two parts of his written briefing that the president ignored in his call with Vladimir Putin. One of them was a part that said, in caps, do not congratulate Vladimir Putin on winning re-election. Obviously, many people believe that the election is a sham, it's fixed, and he's going to win regardless. The second part was to condemn Vladimir Putin for an attack in London of an ex-spy who was killed with a nerve agent. The president did not condemn Vladimir Putin as that part of the call, as part of the briefing encouraged that he did. Instead, he talked about Syria and North Korea, which were also topics that were supposed to be discussed on the call or provided in the briefing. He did mention those two parts with Vladimir Putin, but he ignored the other two that the national security team put in these briefings to go ahead of the call.
How unusual, I mean, obviously it's up to any president to discuss what they want to discuss. How unusual is it for a president, or I don't know if you know this, for a president to ignore, two things of advice, particularly one that's in all caps saying, do not congratulate this man on a sham election?
Well, I think we're in unparalleled territory here with President Trump, Anderson. Whether you like him or dislike him, we've seen time and time again, the president keeps his own counsel. He does what he wants to do. He says what he wants to say. He has congratulated China's president for extending his term as president for life, and Turkey's president, Erdogan, for his election win, which also was derided by many in the national security community. This president, when he makes these phone calls, he is going to say what he wants to say. And to the president's credit, we reported this tonight in the story, Anderson, when H.R. McMaster, his national security advisor, briefed him orally this morning ahead of the call, he did not mention, not congratulating Vladimir Putin, nor did he mention the attack overseas, we were told. So it's possible that the president could have been given these briefing materials, simply didn't read it, and decided kind of to go his own way, or it's possible he did read it and decide to do it his own way.
So you don't know for a fact whether or not the president actually looked at the briefing materials?
We know the president was given the briefing materials ahead of a call. Ahead of every call, he's given extensively what we should convey in this call, what we want to convey, in top, in big font, all caps. Do not congratulate was one of the prominent parts of the briefing that was given to the president.
The recent reporting that the president is feeling more comfortable in the job, relying more on his own instincts rather than on the advice from those around him, it's possible that that also played a role in this.
I think so, Anderson, but I would just say the president, for the most part over the past 14 months, has done essentially what he wanted. I guess on certain occasions his advisors have been able to temper him, for example, pulling out of NAFTA or firing Bob Mueller earlier this year, but on many cases, pulling out of the Paris Accord, moving the capital to Jerusalem, eventually firing James Comey. The president has disregarded advice from his team and said that he knew best. And I think this is another case, Anderson, where he is a duly elected president. He won the election, and he's going to do it his way, no matter what the people around him say.